It's a time for Sega! Yeah! Hey, welcome back to the channel. It's awesome that you're tuning in. In today's video, we are going to be doing a chit chat about the Sega Mega Drive, the HDMI edition from, I think it was Atgames. However, I picked it up on a retro gaming convention. And no, I didn't even pay $39 for it. I think I paid around like $35. The question today is it really worth that money? The first thing I'm going to be doing is making a thumbnail. Yep, that's actually how I'm doing it. Yeah, okay. 85 built-in games. There are different versions out there when it comes to the Sega Genesis, yeah, or the Mega Drive. And there are, I think, two versions of different kind of things of different regions. And what is kind of cool that we do have Sonic & Knuckles, Sonic 3D, and all of Hidden Gems. And yeah, the question also is like, I think it was like due of copyrights music, Sonic 3 is not on here. It's quite unfortunate because that is one of my favorite freaking games. So in here we're finding the manual, not the toilet paper manual like always, quite a nice extended manual how everything works and how you need to actually use the device. So when it comes to the Atgames system, there are actually two versions out there, and this is the first release edition. I also had one that had the Atgames logo in here, if I'm saying it correctly. So one of these had like even an option to upgrade it and has some very cool things going on. At the back we're finding HDMI, no AV out, the input for a 5-volt power supply, and in here having the Sega Mega Drive flashback. So there's some interesting stuff like on here. Ian Colstep is the one who imported it from China. The controller quality, yep, we do have like wireless controllers with these things, and I love these rewind buttons. And they are actually on both of the controllers. So when it comes to this, you have the option to play 1, play 2. We have a scene with those Chinese console clones. So let's open it up because we need to put in batteries. And the first thing I'm going to be doing is slapping in. Oh man, seriously? Oh man, this happens all the freaking time. Hoping it didn't have like too much damage. Okay, I must give Panasonic some really good kudos. There is no leakage whatsoever. So I have some rechargeable batteries in here, so let's slap those things in. They seem to be fitting quite nicely. Okay, so let's see if this freaking thing still works. Yep, the LED seems to be still working. Yeah, you need to screw the compartment back in, but you know, why these things have like a lifetime of a couple of hours, you need to screw and unscrew the freaking screw every single time. Oh boy. Let's see what awaits us in the second controller. What kind of shenanigans now we're having now. Same situation and the same kind of non-damage. Oh yeah. Okay, I'm going to be leaving in the controller number 2. This thing has no damage whatsoever. The battery, the batteries didn't do any damage, so I'm not going to be using in there. And the power supply is a very tiny jack plug, so not like a convenient one. Oh, an HDMI cable. All right, so let's plug everything in. Oh, my display adapter is still in here for the previous video I've made. So let's plug in the power supply. Let's see if this freaking thing still works. So what is kind of cool that we do have the option to play original games. I think that was one of those very cool features. At the front we do have 2 controller ports that we can actually use. Doesn't show there, we do have the lighting, but that is one of those very cool options. So let's plug in my very nice looking tiny action HDMI cable, not the original one, simply because I don't want to use that. So let's plug it in, let's power it on. LED seems to be working fine. And now it needs to be booting up within a couple of seconds. I don't see any connection going on. Yoo-hoo! And let's take a close look at the device itself. So, oh yeah, that was this weird shenanigans that we need to press A and B or something like that. That was so weird. So let's check out, let's go back. Oh, there it was, like B and C for like navigating through the menu. That was such a weird like shenanigans. Like who came up with that? Next up, we're having Sega games. So we have all kinds of Sega games on here, and the overall game list is not bad itself. Like Bonanza Bros, like a lot of cool games. Whoa. Victor Man, Sonic Chaos. Man, this thing works not very fine. Jewel Master, Eternal Champions, Flicky. But Bonanza Bros, one of the games I wanted to try it. And of course, Comic Zone, that was a great one. Next up, having the Mortal Kombat games, all 3 of them, or at least like not Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. Sonic games, even the Game Gear versions, and we having over here the bonus games, and they were like all kind of crappy games. Nothing really fancy. But let's get into some gaming and let's have some fun with some old school Sega times. It's kind of cool that it explains like play the game, go back, add to the favorite, so we can add to the favorite if you want to. Next up, we're having the option to read through the manual and everything else. The way how they actually did this is kind of cool. Pressing start will boot up into the game. It works on emulation, so that's actually how it is. So it does have the right aspect ratio. Press the menu, we'll have the option to make a quick load, quick save. More save slots if you want to. So you can even have a different slot. I say, like the way how this actually menu works is kind of cool when it comes to that. But, you know, let's get into the game. And so far, it seems to be working just fine. Let's crank up the volume. Oh no, wait. Press start. I want to have a little bit more volume with this. Oh yeah, because I want to hear how it actually sounds. There we go. You know how it goes, push him in the face, kick him in the dick. That's how you would play the alternate beast. We can rewind it. Oh, that's such a weird experience. They can rewind the games, and that's a do of the overall emulation performance. For audio wise, don't hear any weird thing going on. So when it comes to the Atgames system, yeah, there was a little bit of a delay, but no, there was more something that happened in the game itself and nothing to do with the controls. So menu-wise, we can have even an option for scanline filter if you want to. You can implement that. So there's quite a lot of different options you can do with this thing. So yeah, at first glance, I'm quite surprised by it. The previous owner did even made a save slot. So okay, load the save slot. Let's press B. Okay. So yeah, that's kind of cool. They can actually just get your ass whooped and save the game. Oh, they were playing together. Oh, no, that's not the way I want to go. No. So let's start up the game again. And don't use the, no, we don't want to use that. So make it a new game. We're gonna boot up like that. And that's absolutely awesome. So let's get into some Mortal Kombat. Oh man, this is such a blast to the past. I've played this game so freaking much. And when I had to get the chance, I wanted to play the original arcade one, because the Sega version was kind of cool, but was not perfect at all, of course. What? Cheap ass computer. Freaking input readers. You wanna do it like that? Let's do it the cheap way. Seriously. But what is kind of cool that the buttons are mapped perfectly. So the middle ones are block and this is like the other. Yeah, this is absolutely great. Yeah, let's put it that way. Okay, so let's see what actually was going on over there. Still a shame that there is no Sonic 3 and Knuckles. And loading those games through the cartridge is most of the time problematic. But you know, after all of those horrible products Atgames back in the day released, this was a quite decent one. And it has been a very long time. I actually checked it out. It's a little bit of a shame that I actually didn't own the second model, because that one was pretty cool. They can even update it and have like even better software on it. But let's try a game through the cartridge slot, because I'm really curious about that. Let's see, let's save to save file. You want to override it? Yep, I want to override it. But of course we're going to be doing something wicked. We're going to be trying something very strange. So let's start off with Mortal Kombat 2, the Unlimited game. So let's plug it in. I understand that you need to plug it in. Okay, there we go. Let's see if it's going to be working at all. If we can even get this custom game working. Well, so far nothing seems to be happening. Okay. Can we just plug in a random other game? Or do we need to freaking reboot the device? Let's turn it on and off. Let's try that again. Okay, so I need to reboot the system. Okay, so the cartridge slot, it does detect Street of Rage 2. Let's boot it up. Let's see if we can actually boot it up. Yep, we can. I'm curious how the audio will sound. This is actually not the PAL game itself, because they are using a different region. Okay, so that's cool. So let's get into the game. And let's see how it actually works out. Ha! So there seems to be that this thing is multi-region. We have no problems whatsoever. Haha! That is freaking cool. So when it comes to playing these games, it's absolutely awesome. So far I can actually hear. I don't hear any weird things going on when it comes to the audio itself. But it's kind of interesting to see that not everything seems to be working through the cartridge slot, so we're quite limited. Also, multi-game cards, EverDrives don't work, so you don't need to try that when it comes to playing games. Okay, so when it comes to, let's say, playing these games, yeah, I must say there are some limitations, of course, with homebrew games, or at least like custom games you can pick up. So one of them are like the multi-game cards don't work, EverDrives already mentioned, but also this, let's say, special, very expensive trilogy custom game that also doesn't work. Why did I lose my screw since when that happened? Okay, that's a little bit of a downside. However, nope, it doesn't work. We did add the option to play the Shredder's Revenge, this custom game, so not everything is that bad when it comes to that. But let's open it up and let's do a peek in the inside. I think I need to remove these rubber things. Yep, I need to. Oh, I really hate these things to remove, but you know, otherwise we can't open it up. Yeah. Oh wait, no, it doesn't go in. I think you need to have like a very slim special screwdriver. There we go. All right, so let's remove all of them and let's do a quick peek in the inside and let's see what's going on there. So let's do a peek in the inside because I'm really curious. Oh crap, there's still screws in there. Yep. I'm so excited to look in the inside I completely forgot to remove the other two screws. However, let's see if we can also put everything in original condition. They are still sticky, so that's a good situation. Okay. Are they now removed? Oh wait, why can't I open it up? There we go. Ooh, I don't know, something is holding it back. I think it's the shell itself of some kind. Why do I have the feeling there's somewhere a screw? There is some... Is there? Seriously? Would there be a screw under here? Seriously, you can actually feel it sometimes. No, they didn't. Yep, they did. Yep, they actually did freaking put a screw underneath the sticker. Oh man, such an... Man, I'm a little bit down. Oh, I'm a little bit down now that I need to ruin the sticker. Doesn't matter. All of the name for the YouTube video. So in here we don't find a lot of stuff going on. No. A lot of tiny PCBs, that's one thing for sure. So one over here for controlling the on and off switch. Did I say it correctly? No, yeah, the on and off switch over here. And then implemented with a ribbon cable. So I need to be very careful with this, and I'm not going to be ruining anything. And these things are a little bit sticky. Go there and there. And one for the LED over here, the way of the construction they did. And then having the front PCB for the controls. On and off switch. There is no production date whatsoever. And then of course we're having the main board itself. And I think here is when it's getting really interesting. So they added an extra board over here for the wireless connectivity. So the soldering job is okay. But when it comes to the chip itself, it's the all famous Monkey King chip. Yep, the all famous Monkey King chip. 3.6 So let's see if we can even focus on this. But the Monkey King chip is a chip that we have seen before in many different clones from AliExpress. So I'm quite surprised they're also going to be using it, or they just cloned the Atgames or whatsoever. In here we're finding the production date of 2017, where they actually made the PCB itself. And this is the E21013 V8, or I'm guessing version 8. So yeah, there's not a lot going on when it comes to the inside, like same with the clones. With technology rapidly improving, you can see they have like tiny PCB in these massive shells, where this is actually a mini version compared with the original Sega. But let's put it back together. So this is what we're getting with the old school Atgames. I can say old school already. So this is a kind of interesting product. I do wonder if you can find them in your country and what kind of price you're going to be paying for them. So I paid like $35. I think it's actually worth it. It's a kind of cool system. We can play cartridges where it is emulation on the Monkey King chip. It's not like super bad. We have seen some really bad, shitty products from China, but this, yeah, and overall it's not bad at all. I can get this freaking battery out. However, I'm going to be removing the batteries because I'm not going to be using it now at this moment. And before I'm going to be forgetting my rechargeable battery, that would be absolutely a shame. Let me know in the comments, what do you think of this? Would you pick it up for $30? And yeah, let me know in the comments. And it would be great to see you in the next video.